Hi guys, so today I'm going to be giving you a quick, short, core blasting yoga flow where I will be utilizing nothing but a pair of socks. So this is one of my favorite ways to work my core. Lots of sliding along the floor, lots of work in planks and shoulder, core, leg, glute, hamstring, you get it all. So grab a pair of socks, join me on your bare floor. If you're using carpet, what you can do is put your feet on paper plates or sliders, and that works just as well. And let's work out. So we're going to begin today with our feet together. Inhale, begin to raise the arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. From here, inhale once. Exhale, release. So just beginning to lengthen through the hamstrings. Breathing here. Inhale, plant the hands a little bit in front, lengthen the spine. Exhale, flattening the palms down onto the floor. Begin to lift up onto the toes and shift the weight into the hands. From here, we're going to bend the knees slightly if you need, or just shoot the legs back into our plank pose. From here, inhale, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, begin to draw the feet all the way up through downward dog and towards our feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, lower down. We're going to do that again. These are our sun salutation vinyasas. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant hands, shift weight into the hands, shoot those feet back. Inhale here once, turning onto the tops of the toes if you can. Exhale, shooting forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw the feet all the way up to the hands. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, raising arms. Exhale, lower down, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back, fingertips. Exhale, planting hands, shifting the weight, shooting the feet back, tucking the toes if you can. Inhale here. Exhale, folding back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the feet all the way into the toes. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, Tadasana. Two more. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, shift up onto the toes if you can. Pushing back, plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, shifting forward. Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale, draw those feet all the way up. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, arms down. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Shift forward. Tuck the toes if you can. Pushing back, plank pose. Inhale here, one breath. Exhale, shifting forward, chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, draw those feet all the way into standing. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, from here, begin to shift your right foot back all the way through into a low lunge. From here, lower the leg. Placing your hands either side of your left foot. From this position, I want you to be strong in your hands. Feel your knuckles grounding down. Hands connected to the floor. We're going to begin to lengthen out that left leg and draw it in. Lengthen it out. Really use the floor here. Resist with your leg. So we're not just sliding, we're really pushing against the floor. Extend out. Drag back and feel that hamstring begin to work. Extend out. drag back in. We're going to do 5 more. If this is easy, tuck the back toes, lengthen that leg. Extend out, drag back in. Extend out. 3 more. Extend out, drag back in. Extend out. I think this is the last one, but we'll do an extra one just for fun. Extend out. From here, take that leg all the way back to our plank pose. Hold here. 5 breaths. 4, 3, pulling that belly button into spine. 2, 1. Bring that right leg up on the outside of your right hand. From here, we're going to do the same thing. 10 breaths. Shifting forward and dragging back. Shifting forward, dragging back. Shifting forward, dragging back. Shifting forward, dragging back. 5. Really feel that hamstring working here. 6. Drag that leg back. 7. If you need to lower the knee, you can. 8. 9. Keep that belly button pulling up. Last time, 10. Really nice, shifting all the way back. Lowering down. Chaturanga. Inhale. Lifting up to our upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Really nice. From here, inhale, begin to lift your right leg. Exhale. From here, I want you to lower it down to the floor. And we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. But we're going to begin to circle that leg round and back again, keeping it on the floor. So we're drawing semicircles here, okay? You take it as far forward as you can. You can only take it here, that's fine. If you need to bend the knee to bring it slightly further forward, that's fine. Work towards keeping that leg nice and straight. So we're going to take that right leg 10 times. Inhale, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, 5. Inhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Inhale, 8. Inhale, 9. Inhale. On this last time, I want you to bring that knee all the way through and into center, knee to nose. From here, we're going to extend that foot out to the side into our fallen triangle and lift that left arm up towards the sky. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering the fingertips down onto the floor if you need, or keeping them extended. I want you to begin to lower that bum down and lift up. You can slide with the feet as well here. Lift up. Pushing out. Lift up. Pushing out. Lift up. Exhale on the lift up. Inhale. 4. Lowering down. 5. Lowering down. 6. Lowering down. 7. Lowering down. 8. Lowering down. 1 more, 9. Lowering down. And 10. Lifting up from here. We're going to draw right foot to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lowering that left foot, hands down, coming into our plank pose. From here, flipping the toes. Inhale, exhale, drawing all the way up onto the toes. Lengthen spine and fold forward. Releasing here for 5 breaths. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, planting hands, shifting the weight forward, turning it up onto the toes if you can. Pushing back, plank. Inhale here, Exhale, shifting forward, chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing now on the left hand side, so get ready. 10 breaths per exercise. Inhale, begin to lift that left leg up. Stretch through that supporting hamstring. Lower that foot down. And inhale, 1. Foot to the left hand, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. On this 10th breath, bring your knee to your nose and begin to extend out behind you, holding here in your fallen triangle. I'm just going to change direction so you can see me here. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, bringing that belly button in, 3, 2, 1. Begin to lower down and draw it up. Lower it down, draw it up. Really squeeze those inner thighs together as you pull up. Inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5, halfway through, inhale, exhale 6, inhale, exhale 7, inhale, exhale 8, arm up towards the ceiling, exhale 9, last time, inhale, exhale 10, holding here, bring that left foot to your right 10 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pulling that belly button in, 7, 8, draw the ribs, 9, and 10, flipping forward. From here, tuck the toes, drop the knees, push back into our child's pose, drawing the forehead down to the floor, breathing here. Inhale, looking forward at your fingers. From here, rolling up to our hands and knees, extending back onto our toes. From here, we're going to draw the knees up to the right hand side for 5, and then switching to the left for 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, knees to elbow, 3, 4, 5, to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to standing, tuck the toes, inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, folding forward. From here, we're going to work through some hamstring stretches, just to give those legs a little bit of love. Inhale, fingertips down. Exhale, pushing back on that right leg. From here, we're going to lower the knee. And from inhale, begin to straighten out that leg, keeping the back flat. Exhale, chin to shin. If you've got an active split practice here, you can begin to inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, slowly begin to slide that leg out and drag it back. You can do that again, slide it out and drag it back. Do this 5 times, slide it out, drag it back. Take it as far as feels good for you. So even if this is just a couple of centimeters, drag it out and then drag it back. One more time. Holding here. From this position, either holding at your extreme or holding where in your splits, whether that's flat on the floor or whether that's partly up. If you're flat down, I want you to plant your hands. We're going to begin to draw the feet together. So inhale, exhale, draw the feet all the way together, and then extend them down. Draw them all the way together, and extend them down. 2 more, 3 more times, drawing together, extend them down. 2 more, drawing them together, extend them down. Last time, drawing them together, extend them down. And from here, coming up onto the fingertips, trying to stay off the floor, begin to squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift that bum, lift, lift, lift. Last time, drawing the legs together. And release forward, just swaying from side to side. You can allow the fingers to turn on the floor. You can grab the toes, or just allow yourself to fold forward. We're going to do that on the left-hand side. We spiral around for you. You can inhale, lengthen the spine. Inhale, you're going to lengthen the left leg this time. Lower down. And from here, begin to inhale, slowly lengthen back, keeping the back flat. Exhale, folding forward, chin to shin. So if this is enough, you can stay here in this odd handman half split. If you'd like to start working towards full split, plant your hands, begin to lengthen your back, and you can begin to slowly slide that right leg forward and drag it back. So you can begin to slowly slide that right leg forward and drag it back. And again, slide it forward, drag it back. If you want to tap the toes, you can as well. Slide it forward, drag it back. Slide it forward, drag it back. Once more, slide it forward. From here, if you're flat in the splits, I want you to bring your feet all the way up to meet. So we're going to inhale, exhale, bring them together, and then slide them down. Inhale together, and slide them down. 3 more times. Inhale together, slide them down. Inhale together, slide them down. Last time. Inhale together. We're going to slide them down and hover here. So I want you to keep that back leg off the floor. Hover, squeeze those thighs together, pull that belly in, engage that core. Feel those legs working. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, plant the hands, draw those legs together. And from here, moving the feet just past shoulder width, we're going to slowly fold down and just rock from side to side. Really good. So even though those stretches may not feel like they're direct core work, all of that pulling and sliding is really originating in the core. It's drawing on your deep core muscles to really pull and stabilize into the pelvic area, into your pelvic floor, and into your deep, deep abdominal. So we're not just working on the superficial abs here, we're really looking at all of the deep core muscles, all the deep transverse abdominals. Inhale, exhale, just releasing down. Really nice. From here, planting the hands, I want you to swivel round with your right hand, place it down onto the floor. We're going to begin to take ourselves into our side plank. Now, if you need, you can place your left foot in front of you. This is going to be targeting our obliques. Okay, so from here, 2 modifications, left foot in front and left hand down. In this variation, we're going to be inhaling, exhale, draw that right leg in, drag it back. Draw it in, drag it back. If this is easy, you can take that right foot just in front of the left and begin to do the same thing. drag it back. If you'd like an extra challenge, you can reach that left arm up towards the ceiling and begin to draw that knee in and out. And if you want a real challenge, you can stack the feet and begin to draw both knees in and push them out. Both knees in and push them out. Both knees in and push them out. Okay? Take whichever variation is good for you. We're going to do 10 on your right side, and then we're going to flip around. I'm going to turn directions. We're going to do 10 on your left. Let's get going. Plant that right hand. Moving in to our side plank. I'm going to start with the single leg variation, and then I might move into the double, depending on how good this feels today. Inhale and exhale. Draw it in, extend it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lowering that left hand down, flipping up onto our left hand side. We're going to do the same thing here, taking again whichever variation is good for you. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Fantastic. Lowering that hand down, lowering the knees, stretching back into our child's pose with tucked toes. From here, inhale, dragging forward into our Sphinx position, just stretching out those abs a little bit. Breathing here, nice and deep. We've got one more core leg orientated exercise here. And then we're going to flip on onto our backs, and we're going to do some more on our backs. So from this position, I want to inhale, plant your hands next to your chest, tuck the toes, exhale, pushing up, plank position. From here, inhale, draw the feet all the way to the hands, spiral to fit long ways. And from here, we're going to plant the fingers down onto the floor. You can use blocks as well if you need slightly higher, palms or fingertips. From here, we're going to begin to slide our legs as far out into our box splits as we can, and then draw them all the way together. Slide them out and draw them together. So depending on how sticky your floor is, mine is a little bit sticky. You might have to work a little bit harder, but it's all good. Working hard is not a bad thing. 3 more. Sliding out, drawing, push through the hands, but really focus on pulling together with your legs. Use your inner thighs to really drag those feet together. 1 more. Sliding out, draw together. Really nice. From here, walking back into our plank, shooting the feet out. And we're going to do the same thing, but this time in a plank position. We're going to open the legs and slide them together. Open the legs, slide them together. Open the legs, slide them together. 2 more, slide them together. Open them, slide them together. Draw the feet up. Spiral around, 1 more round of both of those. Planting the hands on the fingertips. Inhale, lowering out. Exhale, drawing together. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, drawing together. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, drawing together. Inhale, 4. Exhale, drawing together. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Feet together, even if you have to shuffle them. From here, plant those hands. We're going to shoot our feet back to our plank. 5 more. 1. Draw the feet. 2. 3. 4. 5. 5 more for luck now. 1. I know, don't hate me. 2. 3. Dome through the back. 4. 5. Fantastic. And release those shoulders. Really good. Breathing here. That core should really be fired up, as should your inner legs, your glutes. In fact, your arms, everything should be working right now. One more really hard core working exercise, and we're going to flip onto our backs and focus a little bit on our hamstrings and our belly. Still, everything's working our core. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, taking the legs back. From here, I would recommend, if you need, if you really struggle with this exercise, get some blocks under your hands to elevate you off the floor a little bit. The quad blocks, or even just some books, can make all the difference. I'm going to have my hands flat on the floor, but you don't have to. Remember that this is your practice, your time. From here, planting the hands. We're going to inhale, exhale, draw the feet, crossing them through and drag them through our arms. From here, we're going to inhale, lift up into our back plank. You can have the legs bent if you want. Inhale here, exhale, crossing back, pushing through and into our plank. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, dragging the legs through into our back plank. Exhale, inhale, drawing through. Exhale, inhale, drawing through. Exhale, inhale, drawing through. Exhale, inhale, drawing through. 2 more. Exhale, inhale, drawing through. Exhale, last time. Inhale, drawing through. Exhale, inhale, drawing through. Exhale. From here, take those feet all the way through. Back plank. From here, begin to draw the heels in. Lift that back. Lift the chest. Draw the triceps back behind you. And lower the bum down. And down to the floor. Fantastic. From here, to really just finally burn out that core. I keep teasing you, don't I? We will be lying down on our backs very soon, I promise. We're going to plant the hands. We're going to just start to do some L-sit preps, where we slide the bum back behind the arms, slide it a little bit forward. Slide it back, slide it forward. So we're going to be doing 20 overall. Now, you can do many variations. You can keep the feet completely on the floor, just sliding, not even a centimetre if you can't, just literally trying to lift that bum off. If you can, and this is something which you've got regularly in your practice, you can begin to try and lift the feet off the floor. But only do that if you feel completely comfortable in holding with the feet still on the floor and your bum lifted strongly behind your arms. So from here, inhale, push down through the hands, through the knuckles, lift that bum back. Inhale forward, exhale back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 10, 9, keep that bum lifted. 8, triceps working. 7, 6, 5, 4, I'm getting tired. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, I got tired by the end of that. Shake out those arms. From here, draw the knees up into chest. Reach the arms forward. And we're going to roll down and onto our backs. Really good, guys. From here, plant through the hands. We're nearly done. We're going to inhale, begin to work up and into our bridge pose, okay? So I want us to start with our feet around and under our knees. Plant strong through the arms, palms facing down. We're going to inhale, begin to draw the hips up towards the sky. So really engaging the glutes and the hamstrings, planting those hands down. We're going to inhale, begin to slowly slide our feet out. And then exhale, draw them in. Inhale, slide them out. Exhale, draw them in. So, your aim is to really keep these hips nice and lifted. Extend out, draw them in. Hamstring killer. Draw them in. 5. 5 more. 6. You can take them completely straight if you can. 7. 8. Come on. 9. And last one. 10. Lowering down. We're going to do 10 more of those. So the further out you take your legs, the harder it is to bring them up. So I would recommend just taking them out a little bit to start off with, and then gradually work your way out completely. What we don't want to see happen is this. Can you see how I'm lowering my bum as I go out and then as I try and pull them in? We really want to keep those hips as lifted as possible, okay? Last set now. Inhale. Begin to lift the hips up. Exhale here. Inhale. Extend. Exhale, draw them in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Really good, guys. From here, you can just slowly lower that left leg down. Inhale that right leg up. Just give it a little shake. Trying to loosen up that hamstring. Really nice. Maybe take hold of the hamstring and just straighten and bend. I'm going to do a brief stretch out the backs of those legs. And then you are done. Fantastic. Inhale, taking hold of that calf. And exhale, extending to that left leg. Slowly begin to pull that right leg down and towards you. You can take hold of the foot if this is accessible. If not, take hold of the calf or the quad or the hamstring and just draw that knee down. Doesn't matter if the leg is bent or straight, as long as you can feel a nice stretch all the way down the back of that leg. Breathing here. A few more breaths. And then exchanging it up, taking that left leg up towards the sky, lowering that right leg down, shaking out that left leg a little bit. Taking hold of that hamstring, putting the knee into the chest and maybe just straightening and bending, bringing some nice release into that hamstring muscle there that's been working so hard for us. Really good, taking hold of wherever you can on that leg. Inhale, exhale, slowly draw it down and towards your head. Breathing here. Really extend through that right leg there. Breathing here. And then release it down. Really nice. Bringing those knees back up. And we're just windmilling them from side to side. Inhale, drawing the knees up and into chest, circling them out. Maybe tracing up the inside of the legs, grabbing hold of the inside of the feet, and just drawing the knees down and into our happy baby. If you'd like, you can begin to extend each leg out to the side a little bit, maybe trying to keep that pelvis nice and grounded. Maybe opening both legs out into a wide split. Flexing through the feet if you can, or pointing, whichever feels better for you. Breathing here. So these are the last few stretches. So anything that feels tight for you, begin to work out. Maybe dropping that right leg over, taking a nice supine twist, allowing that right shoulder to ground down, and then sliding through onto the other side, grounding through that left shoulder, twisting out through the spine and the core. Really good. One more breath here, drawing those knees up and into chest. Nice. From here, taking that right foot over the top of the knee, bringing that leg up and into our figure four stretch. If you prefer, you can also take your reclined pigeon here, so flipping onto the front and taking your right leg out in front of you at a 90-degree angle, extending that left leg back. Or just stay on the back here and change onto the left-hand side. Working into the outer hip and thigh. Really nice. And then slowly lowering those legs down. Maybe one more brief windmill of those knees. Completely releasing through the hips and the legs. And then relaxing the arms at the side, sliding the feet out in front of you, allowing them to fall open. Closing the eyes and taking your Shavasana. So that was a quick core blast using my favorite prop, a pair of socks. If you liked it, please subscribe to my page just below and you'll get loads of other nice tutorials, videos, flows, and maybe some other random stuff. It depends how I feel. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it and hopefully see you soon.